Hello. So here's another video. I want to talk about a proper way to respond to a question. I've been seeing some people respond just because they know facts and they're not showing work, and that's actually not okay. So the whole point of you doing this is to show the work so that I know that you understand it, and to do the work so that you get practice and your brain gets that practice. So anyway, we have a problem that says Corey checks out 2 books a week from the library. So I'm going to say 2 books every week. Okay. And we want to know how many weeks will it take him to check out a total of 14 books. So we know that we have a total of 14 books. 2 books every week is our size. And so now we're looking for the group, or the number of groups, which is how many weeks it's going to take him to check out a total of those 14 books. So the group is how many weeks. Okay? So you can't simply say it will take him 7 weeks, because 14 divided by 2 is 7. I'm not going to count that as correct because you need to show work. On other tests, you need to explain how you got those answers. So we need to practice now that you know how to do that and are able to do that by showing your work. So what are things that you could do? Well, you could do a tape diagram, because that's what the whole page was about, for example. Okay, so you know that you have a total, so we know it's got to be 14, and we know the size is 2 books, and we're looking for the group. So we know the size, right? And we know that the total. So let's start by doing the size. The size of the group, let's make that look like that. So 2 books, okay? And now we just have to make it so that we equal 14. I'm going to count by 2. Did I do it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Not there yet. 12, 14. Okay. So now I have an array. I could make a tape diagram if I wanted to do that. Super simple. Here we go. I've got that as my total. I'm going to make these dividing lines here to show that I'm dividing that up by 2 books every week. So I can do this as my total is 14 books. I'm going to label it books. I'm going to show my 1 unit represents 2 books. And then you could say 2 books each week, because the size is the books, the 2, and the number of groups is actually how many groups that you split up. So let's count. How many groups do we have? How many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to take 7 weeks in order for him to get a total of 14 books checked out from the library. Then you're going to need to show multiplication or division sentence depending on what you're doing. You can't simply, as I said, say it's going to take him 7 weeks. Bam. It's not how it works, folks. You really got to show your work and prove your thinking, okay? If you ask anyone else, well, how do you feel about that? And you're like, I like it. Well, we would never allow that in our class. We always say explain, give reasons, show your evidence, prove it, and you got to do that in math too. So then I would write 14 books if I wanted to, divided by, sorry about that, what I knew, they told me 2 books every week. My total is that it's going to take 7 weeks, okay, for, what was his name? Corey, to check out. And then I would write it too. I would write a sentence that it will take, hold on, 7 weeks. And I could literally say it will take Corey 7 weeks to get a total of 14 books. I mean, I could go on and on. But the point being is, this is the kind of work that you need to show me. If you need to take another piece of paper, do it. But I will not accept it took 7 weeks for Corey to get a total of 14 books, because that is not how we show our work in this class. So be prepared. Thanks.